Have you ever felt stuck in life? Like no matter what you do, things just don't seem to change? What if I told you that the key to transforming your life doesn't lie outside, but within your own mind? Welcome to this complete chapter-by-chapter summary of Louise Hay's life-changing book, You Can Heal Your Life. In the next few minutes, you'll discover powerful truths about how your thoughts shape your reality, how self-love can heal your mind and body, and practical steps to create a life full of happiness, abundance, and peace. Get ready to unlock the secrets of your mind and start transforming your life, one thought at a time. Louise Hay opens with her central philosophy. A life is simple. What we give out, we get back. Every thought we think and every word we speak is creating our future. Beliefs about ourselves become our life experiences. Example: if you believe you're unworthy, life will reflect situations where you feel rejected or undervalued. If you believe you're loved and supported, life gives you proof of love and support. She identifies 4 main causes of problems in people's lives. 1. Criticism leads to illnesses like arthritis. 2. Resentment, long-held anger that can turn into diseases like cancer. 3. Guilt attracts punishment, accidents, and pain. 4. Fear creates issues like ulcers, anxiety, and insomnia. Her core teaching: if we can release resentment, guilt, criticism, and fear, and replace them with self-love and acceptance, our lives can completely change. She emphasizes that the point of power is always in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future. No matter what happened before, you can choose new thoughts right now. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 1. Your life reflects your beliefs. If you want to change your life, you must change your thinking and start with loving yourself. Chapter 2. What is the problem? In this chapter, Louise Hay explains that most people think their problems are caused by outside circumstances, like family, partners, money, jobs, or health. But the deeper truth is, every problem starts in the mind with a pattern of negative thinking. The body and life situations are only mirrors showing us what's happening inside. Key points. 1. Blame keeps us stuck. If we keep blaming others or life itself, we give away our power to change. When we take responsibility for our thoughts, we can transform our experiences. 2. The mind and body are connected. Negative thinking, anger, guilt, fear, shows up as illness or unhappiness. Positive thoughts bring healing, health, and peace. 3. The first step in healing. Notice what you constantly say to yourself. I'm not good enough. I'll never have money. No one loves me. These are not facts. They're just old beliefs we keep repeating. 4. Awareness is the solution. Once we recognize the negative patterns, we can start changing them with affirmations and self-love. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 2. The real problem is not your outer life. It's your inner thoughts. Change your thinking, and your circumstances will follow. Chapter 3. Where does it come from? Louise explains that our negative thoughts and limiting beliefs almost always come from childhood conditioning. Key points. 1. Parents and authority figures shaped us. As children, we accepted whatever our parents, teachers, or caretakers told us, whether it was true or not. If a child constantly heard, "You'll never amount to anything," they may grow up believing they're worthless. If a child was criticized often, they may become self-critical adults. 2. Beliefs are handed down. Many of our thoughts are not even ours. They are beliefs passed from parents, who themselves learned them from their parents. Example: fear of money, strict rules about success, guilt around love, etc. 3. Unconscious acceptance. Children don't know how to question authority. They accept what they hear as truth. Even small, repeated phrases like "don't be stupid" or "we can't afford that" become embedded as lifelong beliefs. 4. But beliefs are not permanent. The most important message: beliefs are just thought patterns. They are learned, and therefore they can be unlearned. You don't have to stay a prisoner of your childhood programming. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 3. Your limiting beliefs are not truth. They are old patterns you picked up in childhood, and since they were learned, they can be changed. Here, Louise Hay teaches us to question the beliefs we've carried since childhood. Key points. 1. Challenge your inner voice. Many of our painful thoughts, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," "nobody loves me," feel true because we've repeated them for years. But Louise asks, is this really true? Or is it just something I believed because I was told so? 2. Most beliefs are not facts. Example, a person might think, I can't sing. But is that true? Maybe they were only told once by a teacher or parent. Another example, I don't deserve love. Where did that come from? It's not an absolute truth, it's just a belief. 3. Beliefs can be questioned and replaced. When you ask, is it true? You begin to see that beliefs are flexible. Every time you catch a negative thought, you have the chance to choose a kinder, more supportive thought. 4. The power of awareness. By becoming aware of limiting beliefs, we start loosening their control. This awareness is the beginning of freedom. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 4. Don't accept every thought as the truth. Most of our painful beliefs are old stories, not reality. Question them, and choose new, supportive ones. Chapter 5. What we do now. This chapter is about moving from awareness into action and healing. Once we've recognized that our beliefs are not absolute truth, we can start replacing them with new, supportive thoughts. Key points. 1. We can change our thoughts. The first step is deciding to take responsibility for your mind. You may not control what happened in the past, but you can control what you think now. 2. Use affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements we repeat to replace negative self-talk. At first, they may feel false, but with repetition, they sink into the subconscious. Example, replace I'm not good enough with I deeply and completely love and accept myself. 3. Practice forgiveness. Resentment and anger hold us back from healing. Forgiveness is not about excusing others. It's about releasing yourself from the pain. Forgive yourself too. Stop punishing yourself with guilt. 4. Commit to practice. Changing thought patterns takes consistency. Louise suggests working with affirmations daily, even when resistance arises. 5. Small steps matter. Even catching one negative thought and replacing it is progress. Healing is a journey. Every new thought is a seed for a better life. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 5. Healing begins with responsibility. By practicing affirmations and forgiveness, we start planting the seeds of a new, healthier, and more loving life. Chapter 6. Resistance to change. Here, Louise Hay talks about one of the biggest obstacles to healing, our resistance. Even when we want a better life, part of us clings to the old ways. Key points. 1. Why we resist change. Change feels uncomfortable. We're stepping into the unknown. Old patterns, even painful ones, feel safe because they're familiar. Sometimes we believe we don't deserve to be happy or healed. 2. Forms of resistance. Excuses, it won't work. I don't have time. It's too hard. Delays, putting off affirmations, avoiding mirror work. Fear, worrying about failure, rejection, or losing people if we change. 3. Recognize resistance without judgment. Louise says resistance is not something to fight. It's a signal that growth is happening. Being aware of your excuses and fears is already progress. 4. Gentleness, not force. Don't criticize yourself for resisting. Be patient, kind, and encouraging with yourself, just like you would with a child learning something new. 5. Keep practicing. Resistance often shows up right before a breakthrough. If you continue affirmations and self-love exercises, resistance softens over time. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 6. Resistance is normal. It's just fear of the unknown. Acknowledge it, be gentle with yourself, and keep moving forward. Chapter 7. How to change. This chapter is very practical. Louise Hay shares specific tools and methods to start transforming your thoughts and beliefs. Key points. 1. Affirmations. Short, positive statements repeated often to reprogram the subconscious mind. They work best when stated in the present tense. I am healthy. I am loved. I am worthy. At first, they may feel untrue, but with repetition they create new thought patterns. 2. Mirror work. One of Louise's most famous methods. Look into your own eyes in a mirror and say something loving like, I love and approve of myself. This often brings up resistance, emotions, or discomfort. That's exactly where healing happens. 3. Visualization. Imagine yourself living the life you want. Healthy, loved, abundant. Visualization helps the subconscious mind accept the new reality. 4. Forgiveness exercises. Write letters, not necessarily to send, to people you hold resentment against. Express your feelings fully, then release them with forgiveness. This clears mental and emotional blocks. 5. Replacing negative thoughts. Notice when you think something self-critical. Immediately replace it with a positive thought. Example, replace "I always fail" with "I am willing to learn and grow." 6. Consistency is key. Change doesn't happen overnight, but small daily practices create transformation over time. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 7. You change your life by practicing new habits of thought. Affirmations, mirror work, visualization, and forgiveness are powerful tools to reprogram your mind. Chapter 8. Building the new. Now that old beliefs are being released, Louise Hay explains how to create a fresh, positive foundation for life. Key points. 1. Replace the old with the new. It's not enough to just stop negative thoughts. You must actively replace them. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," switch to "I can" or "I am willing to try." Instead of "I don't deserve," affirm, "I am worthy of love and abundance." 2. Affirmations as seeds. Think of affirmations as planting seeds in the garden of your mind. With repetition, patience, and nurturing, they grow into new experiences. Doubts are like weeds. Don't give them energy. Keep watering the positive seeds. 3. Build with love. The strongest foundation for a new life is self-love. Self-criticism tears down progress, while self-approval builds confidence and joy. Love is the miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives. 4. Believe in possibilities. Start telling yourself, "I am open and receptive to all good." Life responds to openness and willingness. 5. Practice daily. Affirmations, mirror work, gratitude, and forgiveness must become part of your routine. The more you practice, the faster the new reality builds. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 8. Healing isn't just about removing the old. It's about actively building the new with self-love, affirmations, and positive belief patterns. Chapter 9. Daily work. This chapter is about making healing a daily practice so it becomes a natural way of living. Louise Hay shows how to weave self-love and affirmations into everyday life. Key points. 1. Healing is ongoing. You don't do it once and you're done. Just like eating and bathing, mental and emotional care must be done daily. Small, consistent steps bring lasting change. 2. Morning practice. Start the day with positive affirmations like, "Good morning, I love you. I know today is going to be wonderful." This sets the tone for the whole day. 3. Mirror work throughout the day. Whenever possible, look in the mirror, smile at yourself, and say something encouraging. If you feel upset, use the mirror to calm yourself with loving words. 4. Evening practice. Before bed, release the day. Affirm, "I lovingly release this day and bless everyone in it. I rest peacefully knowing tomorrow will take care of itself." This helps you sleep peacefully and avoid carrying stress overnight. 5. Catch negative self-talk. Pay attention to the words you use with yourself. Replace criticism with kindness immediately. Example, instead of "I'm so stupid," say, "I'm learning and growing every day." 6. Gratitude. Be grateful for even small improvements. Gratitude amplifies positive changes and draws more good into your life. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 9. Healing is built into daily routines. Affirmations, mirror work, and gratitude help create steady, lasting transformation. Chapter 10. Relationships. In this chapter, Louise Hay explains that our relationships reflect the relationship we have with ourselves. Key points. 1. We attract what we believe about ourselves. If we feel unworthy or unlovable, we tend to attract people who treat us that way. Loving and valuing ourselves sets a standard for how others treat us. 2. Stop trying to change others. Many people try to control or fix partners, friends, or family. The only person you can truly change is yourself. When you change your beliefs and self-love, relationships naturally shift. 3. Patterns in relationships. Repeating negative relationship patterns often reflect unresolved inner issues. Example, constantly attracting critical or controlling partners may indicate internal self-criticism. 4. Forgiveness in relationships. Holding on to resentment keeps us stuck in unhealthy patterns. Forgive others, not to excuse them, but to free yourself. 5. Love as a foundation. Self-love allows for healthy, fulfilling relationships. Affirmations like, I love and approve of myself, and I attract loving relationships, help reprogram your subconscious. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 10. Healthy relationships start with self-love. By changing your inner world, you naturally attract better connections. Chapter 11. Work. In this chapter, Louise Hay focuses on our relationship with work and career, emphasizing that work should be fulfilling and aligned with our self-worth. Key points. 1. Many people feel trapped. Fear, guilt, or a belief of unworthiness often keeps people in jobs they dislike. We may stay in stressful or unfulfilling positions out of habit or fear of change. 2. Change starts with mindset. Affirm, I am open and receptive to new opportunities. By believing that better work is possible, you open doors to new possibilities. 3. Loving the current job. Even if your job isn't ideal, find something to appreciate in it. A gratitude and a positive attitude create energy for improvement. 4. Work reflects your self-concept. If you feel capable and worthy, you naturally attract better work situations. Negative self-beliefs can manifest as conflicts, low pay, or stagnation. 5. Career change is possible. Visualization and affirmations can help you move toward a more satisfying career. Example affirmations. I am successful in all that I do. I am open to exciting new opportunities that bring me joy and abundance. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 11. Your work situation mirrors your self-worth. By loving yourself and believing in possibilities, you attract satisfying, rewarding work. Chapter 12. Success. In this chapter, Louise Hay explains that success begins with your inner beliefs rather than external circumstances. Key points. 1. Success starts in the mind. Many people sabotage themselves because they secretly feel unworthy of success. Limiting beliefs like, I'll never be enough, or I don't deserve success, block opportunities. 2. Self-sabotage. Negative self-talk or procrastination often comes from fear of failure or guilt. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to change. 3. Affirmations for success. Positive statements can reprogram your subconscious. I am successful in all that I do. I deserve prosperity and happiness. I trust life to give me everything I need. 4. Visualize success. See yourself achieving your goals, feeling proud and fulfilled. Visualization helps the mind believe that success is possible, which influences your actions. 5. Take inspired action. Belief alone is not enough. You must act. Affirmations, visualization, and daily effort together create results. 6. Abundance mindset. Let go of scarcity thinking, there's not enough, and embrace the idea that life is abundant and generous. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 12. Success is not just external. It comes from believing in your worth, cultivating a positive mindset, and taking action aligned with your goals. Chapter 13. Prosperity. In this chapter, Louise Hay explains that prosperity and abundance are directly linked to your thoughts and beliefs about money and self-worth. Key points. 1. Money blocks often come from fear or guilt. Common beliefs like, I'll never have enough, or I don't deserve wealth, create financial struggles. Scarcity thinking keeps abundance out of reach. 2. Prosperity is a state of mind. By changing your thoughts, you can attract financial and material abundance. Gratitude and generosity are key. Appreciating what you have and sharing it multiplies prosperity. 3. Affirmations for prosperity. Examples. Money flows freely and abundantly into my life. I am open and receptive to all good. I deserve wealth, happiness, and success. 4. Bless your bills. Instead of fearing bills or debts, Louise recommends blessing them with positive energy. This shifts your vibration from fear to acceptance and gratitude. 5. Prosperity includes more than money. Abundance can be love, health, friendships, creativity, and opportunities, not just financial wealth. 6. Inner change reflects outer change. When you believe you deserve abundance and act from that belief, life naturally provides it. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 13. Prosperity begins with believing you deserve it, thinking abundantly, being grateful, and aligning your actions with your worthiness. This is one of the most important chapters. Louise Hay explains that physical health is deeply connected to our thoughts and emotions. The body often reflects unresolved mental or emotional issues. Key points. 1. Mind-body connection. Illness is rarely just physical. Negative thinking, resentment, guilt, or fear often show up as disease. Example connections. Headaches, self-criticism, judgment. Back pain, lack of support, fear of responsibility. Digestive problems, worry, fear, inability to digest life's experiences. Cancer, deep resentment, suppressed anger. 2. Healing comes from self-love. Affirmations like, I love and approve of myself, can release emotional blocks that manifest as illness. Forgiveness of yourself and others supports physical healing. 3. Patterns of thought create patterns of health. Persistent negative thoughts and stress can weaken the immune system, making the body susceptible to disease. Changing thoughts can change physical health over time. 4. Affirmations for health. Examples. Every cell in my body is healthy and vibrant. I am willing to release the old and welcome healing. I love my body and it loves me. 5. Responsibility and empowerment. Accepting responsibility for your mental and emotional state is not blaming yourself for illness. It's taking power to heal. Believing you can change your thinking is the first step toward physical and emotional recovery. Light bulb key takeaway from Chapter 14. Your body mirrors your thoughts and emotions. Healing comes from love, forgiveness, and transforming negative mental patterns into positive ones. Chapter 15. The list. This chapter is a practical reference guide connecting physical conditions to mental and emotional causes, along with affirmations to support healing. Louise Hay provides a dictionary of healing that readers can use daily. Key points. 1. Illnesses have mental and emotional roots. Each physical condition reflects a specific negative thought pattern or emotional issue. Example connections. Allergies, fear, rejection of life's experiences. Asthma, fear of not being able to breathe, feelings of oppression. Back pain, lack of support, feeling overburdened. High blood pressure, anger, hostility, resentment. Skin problems, self-rejection, criticism. 2. Affirmations for healing. For each condition, Louise provides affirmations to replace negative thinking. Example for headaches. I am safe. I love and approve of myself. Example for back pain. I am supported. I trust life and allow it to carry me. Repetition and belief in these affirmations help release emotional blocks and promote physical healing. 3. Self-awareness is key. Use this list as a mirror. Reflect on which negative patterns you may be holding. Healing is not just about reciting affirmations. It's about feeling and internalizing the truth behind them. 4. Mind-body practice. Louise emphasizes that acknowledging the emotional cause is often as important as affirmations. Awareness plus positive affirmation plus forgiveness equals powerful tool for transformation. Light bulb key takeaway from Chapter 15. Every physical symptom has a mental or emotional component. By understanding these links and practicing affirmations, you can release old patterns and support deep healing. In the conclusion, Louise Hay ties together all the teachings of the book and leaves the reader with hope, empowerment, and a clear path to healing. Key points. 1. You have the power to change your life. Nothing is permanent except the thoughts you continue to believe. By choosing new, loving thoughts, you can transform your health, relationships, finances, and overall happiness. 2. Self-love is the foundation. Loving and approving of yourself is the key to all healing. Self-criticism and guilt are the main obstacles. Replacing them with kindness opens the door to transformation. 3. Forgiveness frees you. Forgive yourself and others. Let go of old resentments, blame, and anger. They only hold you back. 4. Daily practice matters. Healing and growth happen gradually through consistent affirmations, mirror work, visualization, gratitude, and self-love. Even small shifts in thinking create ripple effects in all areas of life. 5. Healing is a journey. Life is a process of learning, growing, and loving. There may be setbacks, but every loving thought brings you closer to peace and wholeness. 6. A message of hope. Louise reminds readers that miracles are possible when we take responsibility for our thoughts. Choosing love, rather than fear, opens life to abundance, health, and joy. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 16. Your life can change as soon as you change your thinking. With self-love, forgiveness, and consistent practice, you can heal your mind, body, and life. In the conclusion, Louise Hay ties together all the teachings of the book and leaves the reader with hope, empowerment, and a clear path to healing. Key points. 1. You have the power to change your life. Nothing is permanent except the thoughts you continue to believe. By choosing new, loving thoughts, you can transform your health, relationships, finances, and overall happiness. 2. Self-love is the foundation. Loving and approving of yourself is the key to all healing. Self-criticism and guilt are the main obstacles. Replacing them with kindness opens the door to transformation. 3. Forgiveness frees you. Forgive yourself and others. Let go of old resentments, blame, and anger. They only hold you back. 4. Daily practice matters. Healing and growth happen gradually through consistent affirmations, mirror work, visualization, gratitude, and self-love. Even small shifts in thinking create ripple effects in all areas of life. 5. Healing is a journey. Life is a process of learning, growing, and loving. There may be setbacks, but every loving thought brings you closer to peace and wholeness. 6. A message of hope. Louise reminds readers that miracles are possible when we take responsibility for our thoughts. Choosing love, rather than fear, opens life to abundance, health, and joy. Lightbulb key takeaway from Chapter 16. Your life can change as soon as you change your thinking. With self-love, forgiveness, and consistent practice, you can heal your mind, body, and life.